So will he be able to old man his opponent, Josh Payne, this afternoon?
95.
The Lithuanian flag on his stems, one of each colour. Also
43.
Represented with the stripes on his shirt. And he's one of the few remaining dartists to
100.
bear the old towel on his belt. John Partesk from Labanauskas, who's limbering up in the background. The pair, of course, have won a match apiece to get to this position. And Labanauskas averaged over 100 in his win, 6-4 against Adam Hunt.
58.
While Josh Payne recorded a 6-3 success against Richard North in the first round. Do have some
59.
Breaking news to bring you regarding results in the tournament, because I can tell you that Peter Wright
100.
The world number 3 has been beaten 6-5 by Ted Everts. So a fantastic weekend for Ted, who hit a 9 darter yesterday in qualifying for a European Tour event. Has now knocked out Peter Wright in the second round of today's tournament.
88.
A few more results to bring you. I'll do so at the end of this leg as Payne looks at the Shanghai shots. Perfect first dart. Perfect second dart.
80.
Not quite the perfect start in the end for Josh Payne, but Labanauskas needs to lob one in single and then double. Well, that is a darting disaster.
28.
Unlucky D. Double 10.
Game shot.
Found by Josh Payne, who manages to pinch a break of throw at the start of this one. So Gerwyn Price is through to the third round, having seen off Madas Razmar to get there. Johnny Clayton, who was below par in his first match, has upped his average to over 100 in seeing off Harry Ward 6-3. Ricky Evans through to round 3, 102.5 average for him against Richie Edhouse. Dave Chisnell sees off David Pallett 6-2. Jermaine Watermaner, a 6-1 winner against Jamie Lewis. And Joe Cullen has beaten Rhys Robinson 6-4. They're the
180.
Recent run of completed matches. In the second round,
81.
The winner of this takes on Rob Cross in the third round. Our third round match here on Stream 1 will feature Ian White
60.
up against Mark McGeaney or Luke Woodhouse.
$135. $55. $165.
Well, he was trying to hunt down the 54 to give himself a dart at double 16. I think what's
58.
that was the words muttered there by Payne. What it is an opportunity for Darius to cancel out the break.
Game shot.
And last dart in hand always seems to hurt more. Labanauskas has managed to make it to round 3 twice so far from the 4 tournaments
60.
he's played in. And only once has he failed to win his first round match.
140.
As for Josh Payne, he's only managed to make it through to the board final, as we call it, on one occasion. That was the very first
96.
Players' Championship event of the year. He lost out to Diogo Portela as well when he got there.
$140.
Certainly a player who has the minerals to go very far in the game, but there is a distinct lack of consistency when you look over his results, his runs on the Pro Tour. Something that I'm sure he'll be working with his
100.
manager, esteemed coach and sports psychologist, former ladies world number 1 as well, Linda Duffy, to work at.
$96.
Certainly been working well on how to break your opponent's throw, because 3 consecutive scores of 140, giving him a chance to take out 81.
41.
Can't quite complete the dozen dart leg, but he'll expect to be back.
$125.
And Payne returns, looking at double top.
Game shot.
And restores his lead in the match. Payne, a man who picked up a Challenge Tour title in 2013 before winning Development Tour titles in 14 and 16, which was also the year in which he shocked a few by winning his first senior title at the age of 23. And he added another one last year as well, beating Peter Wright in the final.
44. $96. $140. $57. $140.
Well, he couldn't quite get the lot there, Labanauskas, and he needed them to get himself down to a checkout.
85. $93.
Wants a bull.
98.
Labanauskas might find himself needing the bull at the end of this combination, unless he goes the old Simon Whitlock route and goes for it first. 14 then. For the button.
59.
Well, you can see how close that was. But if it's not in, it doesn't count. Now, can you count on Josh Payne hitting double 16?
Game shot.
Double 8, rather. It's me that can't count.
140.
Mentioned the inability to get past the third round for this pair. Well, we have had a handful of players in now 5 events that have failed to get past the first round. The misery goes on for the following: Michael Barnard, Kevin Burness, Sean
93.
Carroll, Dawson Michelle, Tony Newell, Richard North, Terry Temple, Dirk van Duivenbode and Mark Wilson. A nugget on social media there from the Red Bit 180. I believe Simon Whitlock could add his name to that unwanted roll of dishonour tomorrow if he was to lose in round 1.
$95. 108. 128. 48.
Well, Payne may have a chance here. Good setup shot in the previous visit, and Labanauskas only managing to score 48 there. Payne is going to leave himself perched on double top.
140.
And now the Lithuanian lover is going to need to produce some perfect darts. There's one of them. Double 10.
87.
And again, he's just the width of the wire away from taking the leg. It could have been the reverse scoreline in this match. But that looks like a great guide for Josh Payne. Now he wants the target that his opponent
20.
couldn't hit. A let-off for Labanauskas.
Game shot.
And he takes advantage of it.
$140. 95. 100. 83. 60. 100. 42.
A slip there from Payne, because that means he's not on any kind of checkout. So all of a sudden, having seemed in control of the contest, Josh Payne has handed the initiative to Darius Labanauskas.
135.
Who's 135. Gets him on a 2-darter. Payne must hit big to apply pressure. I can confirm that Luke
59.
Woodhouse beat Mark McGeaney, so he'll be up next against Ian White here on Stream 1. Double 14, away off the raise of the brow,
81.
highlighting that point, and that was a gift-wrapped chance for Labanauskas. But one he hasn't taken, and now
Game shot.
he has to stand back and witness Payne pull himself out of trouble there. So So Ian White versus Luke Woodhouse up
100.
next here on stream 1 with me. Over on stream 2 with Dan, it will be Joe Cullen against Steve Beaton.
$97.
And that result means that Steve Beaton has beaten Barney in the second round.
44.
Where Van Barneveld's afternoon ended, a 6-3 defeat at the hands of the bronzed Adonis.
$100.
That would have left Barney brassed off. Further results from round 2. Ryan Searle, a 6-2 victor over Kyle Anderson. Max Hopp, a 6-4 winner against Ronnie Hybrex.
140.
Ross Smith has beaten Gary Eastwood 6-2.
180.
And Josh Payne has just fired in the second 180 of this match. In a northeast derby, Ryan Joyce has beaten Chris Dobie 6-3.
57.
And Christoph Ratajski has seen off David Van Barnen 6-4. All of those results and fixtures, live scores and stats
56.
available at dartconnect.com. Here and now, Labanauskas looking for 2 treble 20s. We just see Payne peering over his shoulder to
40.
check that he would be returning to clean up the 68. And you would feel that there would be no way back if he does for Labanauskas. And he does.
Game shot.
5-2, throwing for the match. Josh Payne in punishing mood. Is it going to be another one of those runs for him out of the blue?
85.
Last year there were plenty of early exits for Josh Payne, but then
140.
in amongst it, the sparkling successes of a semi-final run and that victory at Players Championship 12 where he was the man to cash in the £10,000 winner's cheque. It hasn't been spectacular,
135.
but he's made the most of his opportunities and made the most of the misses by Labanauskas.
140.
Needs to switch.
97.
Josh Payne, will he look at treble 20 first?
$84.
Well, he's left himself handy. Labanauskas needs to find treble 20 and ball or it's over. Because
64.
towards the end of this match, Josh Payne has taken no prisoners and double top.
Game
Puts
shot and a
him
match.
into the third round of Players Championship 5. A convincing win for Josh Payne. Too strong for Labanauskas, who missed opportunities in the match, but Payne punished every single time. He moves through 6-2. He goes through to round 3, and we'll be back with third round action between Ian White and Luke Woodhouse.